My shit was like this the whole time.
Not at all. I ain't know nothing.
All right, we back, y'all. You feel me? So, do y'all want to jump back into it, or do y'all want to start
talking about? Let's go.
Who was the last person that had the floor? I really want
to talking.
I don't remember who was talking.
I really want to start off with I know I'm gonna just repeat the question again. You feel me? And pretty much what I was asking was why do we feel like Baltimore is like a place where we can't excel as a city? You know, all the other cities are doing so good and we so talented. And like I just want to know, like, what's everybody's perspective on why y'all feel like we can't progress as a city?
Oh yeah, somebody else go. I gave a whole seminar.
You did.
You gonna have to bring it back.
I gave a whole seminar, bro.
Bring it back.
It's greed, insecurities, selfishness. You know, people
I think
just
it really
like
stems from like most people that act crazy are just lazy. To be honest, they don't have the drive that the next person may have, and it should really motivate them, like we said, rather than make them hate on them because they can't. Or I feel like people will like give the next person a little something, just enough to like maybe level out with them, but they're not going to give them the same tools they had because they had more of a drive or more talent, and they're going to go further than them. It's just how it go a lot of times.
Yep.
Basically. He summed it all up.
Exactly.
Everybody conversation.
I've been listening. I just,
taking it all in.
I don't even be worried about that type of stuff, though. To be honest, if you're gonna help me, I'm gonna go around you, move around. You're not gonna stop my success. Period. Move around. And then when I do become successful, because God working mysterious ways, so when we run back into each other, and I am successful, I ain't even about to hold a grudge against you. Might laugh at you, whatever, because in my head, I'm thinking what you thinking. We both thinking the same thing, but ain't no point in talking about it. Just move around. I'm gonna be successful. Hope you be successful. Have a great day.
Yeah,
exactly.
All
right, I just got a couple messages from some of the viewers saying they couldn't see it live, so I'm just trying to make sure everybody good on there.
I got a question for Blue. Why you cut your locks?
If I'm gonna be honest, I was going through like some of the worst times in my life, and it was pretty much, you feel me, I was going through some things with my baby mother where she took my daughter away from me, and I just felt like I was carrying a bunch of negativity and pain and hurt within my head, and I felt like I needed some type of like change, some type of release. And it actually did make me feel better.
Hold on.
In Jamaica and other Caribbean islands, they cut their dreads for a fresh start. You feel me?
You get the bad bitch makeover.
Because we Caribbean.
That's what Tat did.
Mom always told me, period, your hair is your strength. So that it's the markers of everything that you go, all battles, the different lengths, the different sizes. You
I've also heard
it's like one at a time, yo. We on one mic. That means one person.
My bad. Go ahead.
You was already talking. I'm telling white boy one at a time, bro.
Got you. No, I was just saying, like, it's the different markers for me because when I tell you, Boop, I'm on the same level as you. As many times I want to cut my hair, my dad was just like, you bet not. You're gonna go through things in life, and your hair is gonna be your strength. Your hair is gonna have these. Your hair is what it shows it. That's why I got some of this side, because they all started the same size. And I got some that are all the way down there. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what I know. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we all learning. So you might have learned something different, white boy, but from what my father has taught me from the Jamaican and Trinidadian heritage, that your hair carries your strength. Some people do cut it off, and some people definitely start over. Like my aunt, she definitely cut her hair off, her locks as well, and her hair is back wanging. And she's going, she thriving. So
I also heard that, of course, the longer your hair is, that the more grounded you are with the, nature and earth, of course. So that may have something to do with that. I don't know.
I think it depends on you as a person as well.
You said you as a person?
I think that a lot of that that y'all saying it does apply, but I definitely feel like it still depends on you as a person too, because I know a bunch of people that head all the way down to their back and they still stupid. They still, like they're not grounded. You get what I'm saying? So it don't apply for everybody, but I do feel like culturally, you feel me, it is a real thing. But with me, I never been in a depressed state before. That was my first time ever being like in a real dark place. You get what I'm saying? Like the one way that a woman can hurt a guy is through their kid.
Exactly.
Because we can turn off our
And it's
emotions.
absolutely. I agree with you 100%. And watching and seeing, I got friends who do shit like that, and I have to tell them that's wrong. Because what if he did that to you? You know what I'm saying? Like that's that you can't. That's wrong. Like what if like she was saying earlier, if he doing everything he need to do as a man, as a parent, and you come and you just like, all right, well, since you ain't doing, because what I said, do you ain't about to see her for a week. You ain't about to see her until I say you gonna see her. Type shit. What if they did that to you? Because me being somebody who went through something traumatic, kind of close to, I don't know really what you went through, but I've been through it too as well. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as we ain't really gonna go too much into it, but I had a whole custody battle where my baby father took my son for a whole year. COVID, he took him, and then COVID happened, and the government shut down. So I had no way of getting him back for a whole year and a half. You know what I'm saying? So it took me through some. Then, like I said, that's why I got some smalls. It took me through a whole roller coaster of things, and I didn't know how. That was the deepest, darkest place I've ever been in life. So I definitely get you, 100%.
Yeah, for sure. And it was just like sometimes you just get to a point where it's okay, you feel me, if things don't work out. But I'm not going to say a lot of women, but just speaking from my experience, the one specific woman that I'm talking about, which is my baby mother, she didn't know how to end a relationship, but still be able to have, a great co-parenting thing. It was like, this ain't going to work. You feel me? I'm going to make your life a living hell. Like she literally told me that. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Well, I kind of went through the same situation you did, except my baby father took my son completely away from me by lying to the state, saying he didn't know where I was, and he took custody. He took all my parental rights away from me. This man treated me like I was just the worst mother in the world, even though he got hurt on his time more than he got hurt on my time. And he sat there and didn't do nothing for his son the whole time we were together. Like I would come home from work, the baby be crying, and he'd still be sitting there playing the computer or doing whatever. Okay, I get it. Me and him had some serious issues, but what he did to me was just totally wrong. And it goes both ways. Like men can be just as hateful as women. And it sucks because you guys are hurting the child at the end of the day. And I try to explain to him, you're hurting Zach more than you're hurting me. You're hurting him more than you're hurting me. But at the end of the day, you're hurting me more because that is me. He is part of me. And you took me away. You took a part of my heart. You took something that I will cherish for the rest of my life. Something that made me grow up. Something, that really made me realize what true love was. And that's not fair because no parent should be without their child, father or mother. That child needs both parents in his life or her life to teach them certain things, because certain things men have to be able to teach them and certain things the moms have to be able to teach them. You
That's
can't.
it.
And then when you grow up with single moms, okay, I grew up with a single mom. My dad didn't want me. He was never around, in and out of prison. He was never there. My mom had to do everything. And when it came down to it, I blamed her because I didn't understand why he didn't want to be there. I didn't understand why he was being so mean towards me. And I'm like, well, why does he hate me so much? What did I do to make him hate me? But at the end of the day, it was a matter of keeping me safe from his lifestyle, keeping me away from what he was doing, because he didn't care enough to give up his problems to take care of his child, And I give props to the moms and dads that both step up when the other parent doesn't, because they're the true heroes. They're the true heroes
You
at the end
saved
of the day.
somebody's life or somebody's life. We got 3 folk.
Yeah, I think the hardest part, you feel me, for me, and I don't really want to make this about me because I really want to give y'all the floor, you feel me? But the hardest part about me is, what my situation is, I literally took care of her other kid. And then when we had a kid, you took my kid away from me. You get what I'm saying? So that was the hardest part about it, because dealing with most of the people you deal with these days is going to have a kid. So that's kind of like a trigger for me now. You feel me? And to be honest, the relationship that I'm in now, if it wasn't for the fact that my girlfriend now daughter already grew up with me and grew up in my mom's daycare, and I already had a relationship, it would have been hard as hell, you feel me, to do that shit, because I have a thing where it's hard for me to get close to kids now, because I feel like, damn, every time I get close to a kid, they take the kid away from me. So it wasn't even just my kid that was taken away from me that hurt. I had a connection with her kid, so I'm never going to be able to talk to her kid again. You get what I'm saying? So like that's what was the hardest part for me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
'Cause
Basically,
I
what you
remember,
saying, what I got from
I
what
was
you saying,
there.
like y'all breakup was probably so tremendous or whatever. It seemed like, I don't know, but it seemed like she didn't know how no other way how to hurt you, and that was her way to hurt you. But she was so hurt, probably. Man,
But the thing is, she the one cheated, so that's why I was so lost. Like, you cheated and you doing all this. to
I
me.
give up.
What the
I
hell?
don't.
Because you were supposed to be a
No.
flunky. You were supposed to sit there and take it and just accept the I'm sorry and just deal with
Yeah,
it.
like
Possibly because you
no.
probably accepted smaller things for real and just be like, all right, whatever the case may be. She probably thought it was a mind thing. It's a mind game. Thought she could take control of your mind and your freedom. But it ain't
Yo.
go that way. So now only the way she can hurt you, like you said before, is that ain't no other way to hurt you. You feel me?
And I
I'm in
think
a way it really hurt.
I think maybe that's why marriage became the legality to, kind of figure out the kids at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Maybe marriage first.
I heard they're trying to do a
Still
lot of
help.
changes though too. Like when you give birth, or like when a woman gives birth, they're trying to make it to where the father has to take a DNA test before he signs the birth certificate.
But I think that should
They should
always
have been
be.
doing that.
I think
It should
I
have
go for
always
it. Right,
been like
I'm with it. I agree with it, to be honest, because that won't save a lot of problems, a lot of bullshit. I agree with it.
They just
I
need to
seen
have extra
somebody-
security in the hospital just in case.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
seen somebody that was taking care of child for 4 years. You could not tell me myself that wasn't his child.
Security.
Same ears, same nose, same everything.
First one to
His
make it to
mother
the
ain't
door
had
and get the
those feet.
baby.
So it's
Oh,
like, yeah,
no,
that's his
that's
child.
the
He is
security.
twins. 4 years.
It's a
found
fact.
out that's not his child overreading some text messages between her and her homegirl. Like, yeah, that's not his son for real. And blah, blah, blah. I don't think I'm gonna tell him. The homegirl was like, nope, don't tell him. He's saying it.
Yeah,
When he got DNA test on the slide, not the child father. Like,
Oh my gosh.
it's a fact. Are known to sleep
I
with
know
men.
that
There's a
was her.
couple
'Cause that
red
was his
flags
heart.
that may send me to jail that I can't deal with, and that's why I don't have children now.
Yeah,
That's scary.
That
That's some
is
scary stuff
wild.
right there, bro.
I don't
Like,
know if I can handle some of the shit y'all talking about.
because I got a home.
Yeah, bro,
Literally,
it's
this just happened.
crazy.
I got a really close friend from school, and I ain't gonna hold you. Told that me and her ain't get along for a long time, but I was really close friends with him. And at the end of the day, it's a situation to where you gotta let them learn on their own, type shit. He was taking care of the baby for 7. The little boy 6 or 7, and the girl she just seemed like she was a hater at one point. Like he was growing with his business, like he's blowing up real good, and it just seemed like every time he was doing something, she was mad or it was a problem. So they ended up breaking up and splitting. So she started being vindictive towards him, holding the baby against him. Now she won't put him on child support. So he's like, all right, went for the child. Well, they went to court for custody. And they asked him, when he do that, they ask you for a DNA test. You want to take one? He was like, I'm just doing it because his mom told him to do it. He had no care in the world until that test came back and that baby wasn't his. Take care of that baby from high school. Girl he messed with from high school.
Wow.
Baby came back, not his baby. Was not his baby. So it's just like, when I tell you everybody was shocked, everybody was shocked. He was shocked. We had to keep checking on him type shit because he's just that type of person. He does everything for his child. Everything. So it's just like people, man, when I say I, for one, stand behind to do DNA tests
Me
in
too.
the hospital.
Me too.
I stand.
I don't know why that's not part of law though. Like that should just be like a guarantee.
They're trying to make it. They're trying to
Especially
pass
like when
They trying to
funds
pass
come into play.
Oh, I
When
thought
people
that
lie,
was like
that's a whole
standard
person.
issue. Why are people going back to take parent tests, like parental tests, like what parent DNA? That should be out the gate. Like
That's crazy. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Yeah, it should be out the gate, but it's not. They're trying to pass it to where it is out the gate. They got so they can stop going through all this crap, all this bullshit with all the parents.
like
Like
one
that.
of y'all said, we definitely gonna need some extra security in the hospital.
For real. For real.
Oh boy.
Mhm.
For real.
Jerry Springer
Because
going, and we don't have nobody good to regulate all this crazy stuff.
if we haven't learned anything else, we've seen episodes of Maury and what can happen. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the light part.
They just gonna
Yeah,
run down the
that's the getting
hospital
paid
hallway and
part.
fall on the floor.
Right.
And I definitely want to touch on something that Spicy said
He was on to
because
something though, Maury, he's still out here, isn't he? Okay.
Mhm.
yeah, the one thing I want to touch on that Spicy said is child support. I feel like child support needs to have a whole different system, you feel me, as far as how it goes into it, because there's too many women out here abusing the system to get Gucci bags and get their feet done and not do nothing for the kid, ruining guys' lives, y'all. I feel like if you a person, I feel like if you're a dad and you're trying to be in your child life, you shouldn't be on child support. That shit should be for deadbeats that don't want no parts, not people that just, you feel me, just because the relationship didn't work. Child support is to support the child. It's all about the child. So even if they did something like
Not
how they got the EBT
living
card,
for the parent.
buy certain things on the EBT card, I would be cool if they had a child support card where you can only
That's what
spend
they're trying
on
to do.
certain things.
They're trying to
They
pass that
should
too.
have been
Thank you,
did that.
Jesus.
because
Thank you, Lord.
Whole lives been getting ruined for so long because of that. You feel? I know women that literally don't work because government assistance is paying for everything. They got 2-3 baby fathers on child support. Go ahead, love bug.
Listen, oh my bad. I'm bad. Go ahead.
I'm not-
And after love bug is white boy. And then we
It's
got
all
Spicy.
good. I mean, I believe that there should be some kind of card. There should be only allowed for children's use, and they can't buy adult things with it, because if you take a card to a store, you can buy whatever's in the store. So it should just be, if it's anything that doesn't have to deal with your children, it shouldn't be allowed to be bought. You can't be out there buying Alizé and these high heels and clothes, and you call your baby daddy the next day and say, "Hey, I need money for my kids."
Bro, listen.
Child support, if you get child support, you need to make sure it goes to your kids, not towards you. End of story. Because I'm actually in a situation with that right now with my boyfriend and his kids. And it's like ridiculous. We send money and money and money. And the next day she's going to a restaurant talking about, "Hey, look, it's not my fault that we just sent you money and you ain't got money to buy for your kids because you're on child support already. He sends you child support and you still begging him for money." It's just messed up. Like, why? If he's sending you $162 or whatever it is, that is for your kids, not for you to go get your hair done, not for you to go have a party, not for you to go do whatever you want to do. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to my kids, I will give them the last bit of clothing I have on my back. I don't care if I have nothing. They're going to have everything they need at the end of the day, regardless, but child support, I have never been on child support, and I don't want to be, because it's just a bunch of bull crap. And it's like, it's basically a fight over, you didn't send me this, or you didn't send me that, or you did this and you did that, even though the government is paying you from the other parent. Get the stuff that the kid needs. Stop playing around. It's just a bunch of women thinking that they have the upper hand on a man because they deserve to be treated better because you hurt them per se. That's not true. Just because you guys got into a tiff doesn't mean you hurt him or you hurt that person. The child is the one that's hurt at the end of the day. You need to make sure your child is good, regardless. That child needs everything. Children are expensive. I get it. But at the end of the day, if you going out and buy yourself stuff, that child's money ain't no good because you done bought all yourself stuff and now your kid is out there suffering still. That's messed up. And that man might be out there busting his butt at a minimum paying job to make sure that child support is paid. And you still out there buying yourself stuff instead of your kids. That's just ridiculous. Sorry, I just don't like people like that. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. White boy. White boy.
Oh, well, I just think it all stems back to the crabs in the bucket mentality that you was asking about. And the reason why people are not getting where they're going, it's all a system put in place so that people can only get but so far. And then, because they have these dreams, or maybe they was getting this fast money at one time from this and that, and then that doesn't happen anymore. Now they're trying to keep up with other things. that they see, the only other ways that they see people keep up with the next person, you feel me? Especially when they have child support, you know what I mean? And they get caught up, and that's what majority of young Black men, especially, are in jail.
I gotta be the
Or dead,
antagonist for a
trying to
second.
keep up with the race.
Oh no,
feel
no,
me?
I gotta be the
That's
antagonist for a
Hold
second
on one
because
second. Hold on
let
one
Spicy
second. Hold
go.
on.
Let Spicy go.
Spicy has to go.
I'm
and then
sorry,
you.
I'm sorry.
And I don't want to feel like the bad guy. Now listen now. When it comes to me and my situation, I know what type of mother I am. I cannot speak for all women because I've done seen them women that ain't nothing. But me. I feel like, well, child support for one is a percentage of how much you make. When you put on child support as a man, it's only a percentage of how much you make. But when it comes to a mom who has the most amount of kids or whatever, like, listen, now it is. I got 2 kids. Listen, now I know you're not agreeing, you know what I'm saying? I get you, but just listen to what I gotta say first. So I have a daughter and a son, right? I have a 8-year-old should be 10, well, 9-year-old should be 10 this year, and the 7 that'll be 8 this year. They want to be in activities in sport that's already $300 and something starting up per child to get them in. My daughter foot rolls like I don't know what. It's ridiculous. She destroys shoes and it's not funny. I don't know how the girl does it and the boy don't. But she goes through shoes and it's no tomorrow. Then she grows like me. You know, I'm 5'9", boo. My daughter is just growing like it ain't no tomorrow. I swear to God, I just bought her like 8 pairs of jeans and she's almost done with them things. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's ridiculous. Now, the amount of money their father's supposed to be paying on child support does not account or do not equate to the amount of money that I pay. Top of that. Now, I also wanted to be known. Child support. Say, I just had those 2 kids, right? Without those 2 kids, I could just pay for rent for 1 bedroom apartment. Mind you, it takes 2 to live with each other. Now I have those 2 kids, and it's a boy and a girl. Once they hit a certain age, they need to be in their own rooms. Now I went from a 1 bedroom to a 3 bedroom. You know what I'm saying? That also counts into fact that that's also child support. That is support to help the child. You got to understand. Because by myself, I can just pay for rent for 1. I got these 2 kids, and I feel like that equates to all that stuff. So now you got clothes, shoes, activities, and then you got rent. Rent is a part of child support. That the kid is with them with me majority of the time. The father don't get them every weekend like how he's supposed to, so therefore they with me majority of the time. I feel like all of that factors into child support. You know what I'm saying? You got to get. I can break this shit down. I've been breaking it down. He's supposed to come get the kids every weekend when he gets them. He does not. This man live all the way in Essex. I'm in Southwest Baltimore. That's 30 minutes on a good day, and in traffic, it's 45 minutes to an hour. We already know that. I'm driving there to drop off, and I'm driving home. That's 2 hours. Drop them off, and you know what I'm saying? Get home. That's just one way. See what I'm saying? So it's like all of that equates into a man, and then you only paying for 2 kids $400 a month. That's how much he's supposed to be paying. I mean, we're not even gonna comment. He ain't paying that. So now I'm hustling, and I'm the only person paying it. But I'm getting caught a deadbeat mother because I don't want to drive that far because you're not paying these. Or I'm getting caught a deadbeat mother because I'm tired because I done pulled a double shift to make the money to pay the rent and to get them. You know, my daughter ain't got no shoes. I gotta buy her some shoes. She done grew out all her pants. I gotta buy her some pants. So I'm picking up shifts. Well, I'm behind on the BGE. Mind you, on top of that, I'm in college. I'm the only person supporting me, and you know what I'm saying, me and my kids. That's just that. So child support, I feel like it would percent, and then it's only a small percentage. On top of that, you got some fathers that are smart as shit now. You got some who literally will work under the table and say they ain't got no job. You know what I'm saying? Their last job was at McDonald's. So therefore the judge is gonna go off of a minimum wage job, and then after they get put on child support, they find a better job. And then now they getting paid $20 an hour, but they only gotta pay based off of his job. That's
you
my
know what I mean? Who what?
You said what? Right. You got these people who are fucking geniuses. My baby father, and then why? You ask for these kids, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I love my kids. I will never take them back, but I didn't ask for kids at a young age. So if you ask them, why would you not want to help take care of them? I just don't get it. He in his mind, he's thinking, okay, if I just spend time with them and I just do this and that with them or whatever, and they're at my house, that makes me a great father. That's what I was saying earlier. You can't raise kids off of air. I'm not saying you're a bad father when it comes to spending time with your kids, but financially you are. I can't take care of them myself. You know what I'm saying? You have to put in something financially. You got to. or you think I'm about to help you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna help you take care of them. No, I'm not about to help you. I'm not about to see him waste my gas. I work in Annapolis. I'm not about to drive all the way to Essex from South. I'm by BWI. You think I'm about to drive from BWI to Essex to do your job for you? No, because you're not helping me no type of way. You're not even paying us. Me being a petty baby mother, you're supposed to be paying $400 every, you know what I'm saying, every month, because you're supposed to be getting them every weekend. You don't do that. If you was, your child support would go up to $600, almost $700 a month. If I was really a money hungry baby mother, I would go back up to them courthouse, march right back up that motherfucker, tell them you not getting them every weekend, run me my money. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. I don't have the time. He knows that, because I'm at work trying to get my money so I can pay bills. You know
I'm not having no damn kids.
Hours for that? Wait, like, nah.
Yo, she literally said everything I was ready to say. I just muted it and just told my girl, like, yo, she just said everything I was ready to say. That's the same situation that's over here. That's why I said I'm ready to be a bad guy for a second. Because from on the other side, I can see from her perspective, because I'm with her with the same situation for real. And she literally explained the same shit. So I ain't even gotta go. She just said everything I was ready to say. So it's always not about the child support, because fathers be thinking they doing enough when really it don't be enough. And there be some woman that won't even put you on child support and you still can't do the bare minimum for your kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
And white boy, this is not everybody's experience, so don't let it deter you.
Yeah, it ain't everybody's experience, yo.
Just look. I will
Just
say
make
this.
sure you financially stable before you start having kids, bro.
But I will say this: we can't choose our parents, but sometimes we can choose who we make a baby with.
100%.
I learned enough from my middle brother's mistakes. He had 2 babies in high school. Then he got married later with another girl and had 2 more kids. That didn't work out. He got child support from them. He could be putting the first baby mother on child support. He got arrears waiting, but he ain't never asked for that. He just had custody. But just know that it takes, in the state of Maryland, it takes a little bit for like a woman. It takes a lot for a man to win the custody. A lot. So the woman must have done something wrong.
That's because Maryland a mother baby state. It is.
Right.
I ain't gonna hold you.
And I was there at the court date. The girl came in basically with nothing on, pink little Old Navy flip-flop from back in the day, you know, the little dollar joints. It was bad. She didn't even care. And then as soon as they showed like pictures of the condition of the way that the kids was living with her to the judge, it was just like, boom, like, you know what I'm saying? Get the kids to him, like, the hell wrong with her? Like, she didn't even come here caring about the kids. Like, it's crazy.
And Spicy, everything that you were saying, you feel me? Like, I agree with it 100%. I don't want you to think that just because I was shaking my head. No,
I got you. You can only speak from your experience. That's how I'm not mad at
for sure.
All what you got going on. And I can only speak from mine. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if it's wrong, it's wrong. Right is right and wrong is wrong, period.
Yeah, for sure. And
you know what I'm saying?
And the only thing I disagree with was that it goes off of your pay, because in my situation, I didn't even have a job when I got put on child support. And if I tell y'all,
judge is an asshole. That judge was an asshole. Period.
Yeah, for sure.
I was there.
They definitely went off his pay.
I was
there.
Went
off his pay. Yeah, they went.
He really was the petty
job,
bro.
He was working
minimum
job at the time, so they did a percentage off of that. And then he quit that job after a month of me getting paid, $100 a week. He quit that job and he went and got a $20 an hour job. And they cannot find him anymore. They can't find him.
Yo, imagine being in a situation where you literally take care of somebody's kid from them being an infant till about 3 or 4 years old. Then you have your own kid. Y'all break up. You go to court. You feel me? Just to like I went to court, you feel me, just for joint custody, not full custody, no none of that, just so I can be able to be in my daughter's life. And for the judge to literally take all custody away from me, put me on child support without even having a case. I didn't even have a case or anything, you feel me? Like, I didn't even go to court. I didn't show no pay stubs, no nothing. They literally just went off of what she said. And like I said, I only got 1 kid with this girl. And y'all would trip if I sit here and told y'all that my child support is $900 a month.
Go back. Fuck that. No, go.
But you
back.
gotta think, you feel me? I spent 5 years fighting this stuff. 5
I know.
years. I didn't took witnesses to court, and like White Boy was saying,
I was a
way
witness
harder.
there.
It's way harder for a man.
I
done
was
had
a witness. Listen,
He was
you
a
talk
witness.
about
Still
you
dragged
talk
me
about
to
a
court.
bitter, spiteful baby mother, whatever they talk about, it was her. She was just sitting there like,
Go back, get a different judge. I'm telling you, you
was
got
crazy,
to
yo.
judge. You do. Now I'm not.
ain't even had no
it's
reason
terrible.
behind her motherfucking actions.
I believe
Like,
it. That's what I'm saying. You got them asshole judges
was
that
just
just don't
there,
give a fuck
like,
about their job. Go the
bitter.
fuck back. Ask for a different judge. To be honest, ask for that shit. And to be honest, you might even be in a situation to where, because I've seen it before too. Had a friend too. He got a different judge. The judge sat down, and it was a judge that cared. Went through all of that shit. He ended up getting full custody of the child, for one. Let's start there. And for two, he ended up getting back paid. All that money he paid her, she had to pay him back the money because of all. It had to be reversed. That was a blessing for him. And I wasn't even, like I said, because he was a good father. He took care of his kids 100%, and he was able to take care of his kids better than she was. He was able to prove it. You know what I'm saying? So, but like you said, it took him years to get to that point. He just never gave the fuck up. He wasn't with none of that.
Sure. And of course, I ain't gonna give up. You feel me? But
absolutely.
Just imagine spending all of your money for 5 years on lawyers just to still have, because we finally got to an agreement where I get visitation rights, but then imagine, you feel me, getting visitation rights and then COVID happened and you don't, that person pretty much uses COVID as a reason to, and the government lets it slide though. Like, you're literally breaking a court order right now, and you're not getting in no type of trouble about it.
And it was also stopping you from getting places at the time, which would have helped you get your daughter. I remember I was there. Like, you had the credit score, you had everything, the job, everything that I had at the same time, but that was stopping you. So it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but
my bad. I was muted, but we
talking about kids all day now. I just want y'all to know we talking
funny.
about some kids now.
I'm saying me and you gonna talk after this, because I got so many resources. It's not even funny to where you ain't even gotta pay. We gonna talk after this, because I'm
definitely.
telling you what I got going on. Like,
you need to get that adjusted. 900 is 900. That's damn near rent.
That's a whole rent.
Nah,
Like,
yeah, because that don't make no sense at all. To be honest, it seemed like I needed your judge and you needed mine. That's what it sounds like, goddamn.
I mean, you definitely paying somebody rent. You definitely paying somebody rent.
My nigga, that's my rent. Mine is $100. What do you mean? Like, yeah.
Nigga, I'm not paying that shit. I can't. You feel me? Like, I can't. You feel me? So, yeah, but on another note, I want to switch to another topic. I
got one. I got a topic. This is a
great topic. Go ahead.
This
What's
topic
your topic?
is a DB. It's a DB. Okay, y'all ready?
Okay, let's get it.
How do y'all feel about? Okay, let's spit scenario here. You meet a girl, you have a one night stand. She pops up pregnant.
Never had
a child, but she wants a child. How do you feel in the situation about a girl wanting to keep the kid? Because this conversation has come up so many times on my Facebook page, and I've had so many opinions about it. I want to hear everybody's opinion about it, and I want to give mine as well. Do you feel like
raw one night stand?
Even if it wasn't a one night stand, even if it's somebody that she was having sex with.
I don't know you.
Even if it wasn't, I'm saying, even if somebody that you know is or whatever, even if it's just a situation to where y'all not in a committed relationship, she's pregnant.
You gotta pay the pipe, because as an adult, you know what comes with it, for real. So that's your fault.
I ain't trying to hear that bullshit, bro. I ain't trying to hear that bullshit.
Bro, it's your fault. You want to play Russian roulette, bro.
That's bullshit.
We know the outcome.
We didn't all been there before where we just raw dog, whether it was substantial or not.
Russian roulette. That's what I'm saying. It was your choice to play Russian roulette. You spent that wheel, took that shot. You feel me? Now you got to deal with the consequences.
That's
right.
it.
You said you got to pay to play. You got to pay.
It's in the back of your head.
You feel like it's okay if you tell a girl that you don't want to keep the baby and she keep it? Do you feel like that's okay?
I didn't say that, but you already knew that was a possibility.
Right, but that's what she's
all
asking.
Know that. So before we do it, bro, it's like, we know the power. We put too much trust into him, but like, I don't think she's gonna do that. If I tell her that, but at the end of the day, you never know nobody's true intentions. You 100%. Feel me? So you can tell her that, you feel me? She can be like, yeah. But at the end of the day, she gonna pull this a life, and I don't believe in the bullshit. Well, I told you I want it. Well, yeah, I gotta change your heart now. I was going with that too, but now I don't want to do it. We all know it's a possibility before we come, bro.
But how do you feel about that, though? How do you feel about that once you get to that point? Once you know,
I don't know, bro. It's fucked up, but it's like you gotta deal with it, because we all know it's a possibility.
Right, you
We
right.
all know it's a possibility.
It is. It's definitely a
Especially if you
possibility.
if you already
Disease
tell
you
her how you
can't get rid
feel.
of or whatever, you feel me? Anything like that. Real shit.
So would it be wrong for the guy to be like, all right, well, I made it clear that I ain't want to be a father and you choosing to keep the baby, so take care of the baby yourself. Is that wrong?
Yes.
Yeah, because you already know that you already know what you signed up for. You came in that girl.
Yeah, but
Mm.
at the end of the day, you feel me?
You
Both
could have
should
used a
have a say.
condom.
Both should have
Exactly.
a say.
That's I'm not saying that you shouldn't have a say, but you had to say before you did not use a condom. You had to say to use a
Yeah,
condom.
but
Or you gotta
but
get
now
that money
you
up
done
and
said-
get Plan
but
B.
you can't just put that on the guy. As a woman, you need to make sure that fucking nigga put the condom
100%.
on.
100%. I'm not saying that. I'm not
It go
saying that.
both
Because
ways.
at the end of the day,
Oh, that's why we gotta
before
start
that
asking
happened,
questions
y'all
first.
both had the power to not get pregnant before you got pregnant. Y'all both had that
Yeah,
power.
but it seemed like the
Uber and get
female
a
only
Plan
got the
B in
power
the
to
morning.
keep the baby,
Pay
and
the
not,
plan.
that's not fair.
It's her body, though. You gotta understand. When we go through abortions, we taking a risk to fuck up ourselves permanently too. Now, there's a lot of women who went through abortions and had hysterectomies that can no longer have kids. So you can't really get mad at a woman for not wanting to get an abortion. So if
Yeah,
you
but
don't
you can't
wanna have
get mad
child,
at a guy for not wanting to be there too.
so you can't get mad when that girl go put you on child support. That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
But I'm
So that's
saying
why we need to start getting to
Wait,
know him
Miss
first. I'm
Love
like, hey, what's your
100%.
beliefs
You're
on
right.
abortion?
I
Don't
think,
raw
can I
dog.
say one thing?
Well, you
Miss
got
can
Love,
blue
go ahead.
balls. Are you trying to get to know somebody, Bo?
Can I say
I
one thing?
don't
Because I
know.
know you're gonna go ahead for a minute, real quick. Like,
My name Big Ski.
I feel like on both sides, pay to play, whatever. I feel like just like we're supposed to be pro-choice for women to have abortions, we should be pro-choice on how much money we pay. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
I don't
Miss
think so.
Love Bug,
That's all I'm
I do
saying.
not agree.
Miss Love Bug, go ahead.
If
Okay,
you,
so
that's all.
I'm kind of like in the situation here because my second son's father was basically a one-night stand, but I knew him for 13 years before anything happened. It wasn't
Same.
supposed to happen, but we ended up going to a party. But precautions were taken, and it still happened. It still happened. And I ended up pregnant. And when I told him, and he told me, I don't want nothing to do with you or the baby, it hurt me, but at the same time, I wasn't gonna bug him to stick around. I wasn't gonna bug him to pay for something he didn't want. I just figured, you know what? That's your choice. You don't want the baby. That's your choice. But my choice is I'm gonna keep this baby and I'm gonna love this baby and I'm gonna make sure this baby has all the love and all the care in the world,
What's the name,
regardless
Zach?
of what you want. You know what I mean? Regardless if you want to be there or not, that's your choice. But my choice is I'm going to take care of this baby. And if a mother does decide to step up and say, hey, I'm going to take care of this baby, and you tell that man, you don't have to be involved. Don't
So if
come
you
back
needed help, would you put him on
after
child
the
support?
baby's born, talk about you need help. If you tell that man that he is good to go and you will take care of that baby, then that is your responsibility. That is your prerogative. But you can't come back 3 months later talking about, I need your help, if you told him we were at peace with our decisions.
I agree with that too.
So
I
like
agree with that as well.
it goes multiple ways. I mean, I guess it depends
Yeah,
on
I
the
see
people.
both of your side of the coin and your side. Yeah.
I agree 100%. I'm not saying that if that's a conversation that you had and you agree to whatever his terms was, and he said, well, I'm not gonna be there, and you say okay, you cannot get mad because you agreed to it.
Right,
That's just
like
that.
both of y'all
You can't go
did,
back.
yeah. Mhm.
Even if you don't agree, you feel me? Like you can't
If
force
you're not, you
nobody
can't
to do
force
nothing.
nobody,
So,
right? You can't
right.
force nobody.
Unless in the case of like someone being forced, yeah, like it should be
But I also-
both sides' decision to me. Keep the
Also wanna
baby,
speak on
pay
the
for the
terms of-
baby.
You can't be a halfway father either. If you saying that you want to be in the kids, like if it comes up in your whatever and the decisions are made even later after the child is born, and you saying, okay, you want to be there 100%, then you need to be there 100%. Don't halfway, and then when you get mad, well, I ain't want the baby in the first place. You can't do shit like that. That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Question. How many women do you know paying child support?
4.
Damn. I'm sorry. It was
4.
yeah.
Hold,
But
no,
I don't know
3.
none.
3.
I'm not
That's a
gonna
lot.
lie.
3.
I don't know any women that are
But
paying child
versus
support.
how many men are paying child support? And
A lot.
Millions.
And child support.
A
You
lot.
can't
Think
tell,
about
like,
how many fathers got custody of that child or would accept the custody of that child.
I know
To
too.
be
No.
honest
Boop
with
on his
yourself, you
toes
had a
right
child,
now.
just
Boop
like
was
your
like-
freedom. You know you're like your freedom. Like, oh, I gotta get them on the weekends. Oh, all right, cool. A lot of people be
I know
content
too.
with that.
I
I
know
only
too.
gonna say I'd be content with that.
I don't
'Cause I'm
know
like,
any.
damn.
I'm just
A
that
lot of
maybe
people
that's
don't
just
even
me.
call their kids during the week. They only care what they doing when they with them, and they be like, damn, bro, you don't know if your son ate this week. You feel me? So it's
Some
like,
of them only know. Some of them only show up when graduation time comes. Don't even know what school they go to. Just show up.
Right.
And they
When
act
the
like
kid's
they was there
successful
the
and
whole
shit, now they
time,
want to
like
be in the
Bobby
picture.
Boucher daddy.
They kid a pro ball player. They the all-star of the team.
You never
Now
know
they-
what few
Remember, be
raises.
your manager.
come on,
But hold up,
Miss
Miss Lovebug got the floor.
I'm like, okay, so I see it like if you promise your child that you're going to be there 100% and that mother is being that bitter to keep you away from your child, you need to do something. You need to step up and be like, look, I have done everything in my power to be a good father or a good mother to this child. And this parent is just being spiteful because you know what? When they grow up, they're not going to want you around. If you're not there then, they're not going to want you there when they graduate. They're not going to want you there when they get married. They're not going to want you there because you chose not to be there. And I went through it. My dad was never there. He didn't come back in my life until he was 4 months from his deathbed. And he told me, "Oh, I love you. I want to get to know you." I'm like, "You could have known me all my life. I don't want to know you now. I wanted to know you when I was a kid. I needed to know how to ride a bike or how a man is supposed to treat a little girl. You know, how am I supposed to know that? Because you were never there to teach me. All I saw was what I saw from my mom. So like at the end of the day, like if you're going to be 100% there for your child, you need to be 100% there for your child, regardless of your mother, father, whoever
Facts.
comes in your life. If they say they're going to be there for your child, they better be there 100% or they're gone because you screw up a child by saying you're going to be there and saying you're going to do something and then breaking them promises because when they get older, they're not going to trust nobody. No,
But
they're not going to trust
sometimes in
anybody.
life, mistakes happen, though. You can't look at that because think about it. As a first-time mother, you got more than one child, right?
I got 3.
All right, so the first time you had a child, you don't do the same things you did with the second child as the first child because you learn, right? Same
Yep.
way mothers make mistakes, fathers make
Facts.
mistakes too. So sometimes they might think they doing what they might think is the best, and it might not really be, but they probably don't really know, or that's how they was grew up to be, you feel me, or their experience was saying, thinking this is enough because they probably never heard their mother complain, and they probably think that's acceptable. So fathers make mistakes too. So you gotta look at that. Like sometimes
Yeah.
they gotta learn, you feel me? Especially depending on the
look at it.
age.
I agree with
I
you
look
saying.
at it at your perspective because I know that it can go both ways, and everybody's bound to make a mistake at some point. Regardless, you're just human. But at the same time, if you're constantly making them promises and keep breaking them, that's where the problem comes in. When you're sitting there promising a child, "Hey, I'll be there." Once in a while, yeah, I have to work late because I have to make money. Or, if something important comes up, yeah. Or if, you need to do something, yeah, that's fine. But if you keep constantly doing it over and over and over and over,
Oh, that's a deadbeat.
it becomes a problem.
Y'all gonna remember that.
This is why effective communication is important.
I mean, I got 2 things to say off of that. So basically, and I'm using myself as an example. My son's father, that's like you just said. His mother, she was doing, she never really complained about shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So his mother really, she raised him. So he felt like in his mind, for my youngest son, his mind, all he had to do was just pay for the child. Whatever the child needed, all you gotta do is send money. Get in there whenever the fuck you felt like it, send money, whatever. And I told him that was not enough. You got a boy. I'm a woman. There's certain things that I cannot teach him that only you can teach him. You can't just send money and feel like, okay, this is good, this is enough. No, he felt like it's because I was the mother, I'm the primary care provider, I'm supposed to have him all the time, and whenever I need it financially, he's just send it. No, you can't do that shit. Or if you're saying, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna come and take with this doctor's appointments, I'm gonna come and get him, I'm this, that, and the third, and then he will book a tattoo over him because he do tattoos or whatever. He book a tattoo, like, oh well, I can literally let this man know for a month ahead of time. All right, remember you got the baby for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and every week I can check in and be like, all right, remember, because you do tattoos now, you forget shit. Remember. And then when that week come up for him to get the baby, he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I got a tattoo party on Friday, and then on Saturday I got 4 tattoos, and then on Sunday I got 2 big tattoos. It's gonna take up the whole day. That shit pisses me off because it's like, okay, now you ducking him. He at the point where he's starting to remember who's around him.
Yep.
And if you ain't around him, you can't get mad. Literally one time I had the baby, and the baby, he laughing and playing and giggling with me while we next to him. He get the baby. As soon as he get the baby, and he tried to joke with the baby looking at him like, yeah, like
babies be knowing.
Who is you?
don't get him. You don't
Babies
get him
be-
when you're supposed to. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
his fault, especially, you do tattoos in your week and gonna be busy. You need to be there during the week then, bro.
You do. That's my thing. You make your own schedule. There's no excuse, in my opinion, my friend. You make your own boss. You have your own business. You know, at the end of the day, you can make your own schedule around your fucking kids. There's no excuse. You don't work for nobody. You ain't on nobody else's payroll. You on your own payroll. There's no excuse, in my opinion, when it comes to that. It's
No,
just.
but the weekend tattoos be banging because I know multiple artists. Think about it.
I'ma
Most people
tell
work
you
Monday through Friday.
but
But think about it. Most people work Monday through Friday, so the weekend people off. That's when the money is going to roll. So if he know
Right.
that, he need to get him during the week or do something to adjust his time during the week.
I
To be there
gave
in
him
the
that option
evening,
too.
something.
I gave him
Yo,
that
it's-
option too, my friend.
It's
I
easy
gave him
to
That's what I
be
said.
able
That's
to-
on him. That's what I said. That's on him. Ain't
What's
on
up,
It's
nobody
easy
but
to be
him.
able to tell when somebody want to be in the picture and when somebody don't want to be in the picture. That's simple, bro. You don't got to convince a guy that want to be a good dad. Like, I haven't seen my daughter in the longest time, and look, it doesn't stop me from still trying and still fighting and all that. And to piggyback off of what Stacy was saying, you feel me? Like, of course, her situation is different. You feel me? Where her dad keep making promises and all that type of stuff. But sometimes a guy is doing everything they can do, and it's still not enough because, like you said earlier, Maryland is a mother state, so it takes us 200% just to be able to equal to 50% when you're a guy. Because
Yep.
you feel me, that's just how it is. You feel me? So sometimes a guy can do everything he in his power, but we all gonna be real. You feel me? Like, at the end of the day, when somebody is bullshit. When somebody wants to be a great parent and when somebody is just making excuses to not be. If you want to be a great parent, you're going to be there. No excuses. Simple as that. You're going to find a way.
Off of what you just said, because I have a lot of male friends who said one thing, and I understand it. I just don't agree with it. So they were always saying like they want to fight for their kids. They want their kids all the time, but they have to deal with so much bullshit behind the parents. They'd rather just leave that shit alone and leave the baby alone because the mother.
I don't feel like
I witnessed a situation where I totally agree with him. I said, bro, just leave that shit alone. Let it go through the court. Don't say shit to her or the child because you're gonna be in jail.
Yeah,
I was about to say I went to jail for 4 years straight. I went to jail for 4 years straight just from filing for joint custody. So I understand you. I lost everything. I had 2 jobs, lost both my jobs. My checks get garnished even till this day. You get what I'm saying? I had to move to this place, get evicted from this place. You feel me? So I understand how some people might quit. Me personally, I don't agree with quitting, but I understand if you got to take a step back sometimes because after a while you're hurting yourself.
Yep. That's
just because how you think how you gonna react to stuff, another mother might take shit all the way up there, and you just like, nope. I don't witness somebody getting that shit put on fire. They ain't even with the person because they won't do what they say do, and they doing enough. She took that man like, no, just leave it alone, bro. Just let the court. Whenever the court date is, don't even call your daughter, bro. Because every time you call the daughter, she on the phone threatening your life, telling she putting your government and your address on Facebook, so she's gonna get people smoke. You like, no, leave that alone, bro. Yeah. Like that, leave that shit alone. Hell no. So some situations, yeah, but if I was a father, because you feel me, I wouldn't. See, I got a father that's a different breed. My father bullshit. You feel me? I got a stepfather. He was there for me. My father told me straight up, listen, I ain't been there. I ain't gonna be there. You got siblings. Y'all motherfuckers gotta meet each other on your own. Exact words to me. What the fuck you mean?
Right.
Don't ask me for shit. That's what he said. Like, what the fuck did I?
Your father a little bit. Your father like my
different breed. You feel me? Like, I've never heard of somebody being that honest. That's what he said directly to me on the phone. He said, "Yeah, I'm bullshit for. I ain't been there. I don't really plan on being there because I could barely be here for myself. You got siblings, you got hell on. I give you that name. You gotta find them on your own because I ain't meeting y'all motherfuckers up."
Damn.
My father lied. My father, your father, but mine lied.
At least you know who he is.
Mine lied.
Yes.
But at least you know who he is because it's a lot of them that don't.
But listen, he went to prison for 15 years. He came out in 2019. He flew me out to New Mexico. You feel me? Was out there with him for a couple of days, came back. He called me every once in a while. He be asking me for shit. I don't know why he think you gonna get it, but I be like, yeah. How you feel? How you been, man? You feel? I'm glad you checking up on me. What's up? But I
And I
got
do.
relationships. I'm just starting to talk to my brothers for real. Like I've been a shitty brother for real because I have met my siblings for real, and I talk to them for real. But I don't be answering this shit. I don't know why. I be
All
cat.
right, I do want to switch things up, and I want to ask a couple questions directed to certain people. And I do want to ask White
Well,
Boy a
with it.
question. I want to ask White Boy a question. How do you feel as far as being in Baltimore City, being in a big culture? I guess you say a big culture in the dance scene, and being one of the white boys, per se, as far as that scene. What are some things that like you struggle with, or what are some things that you felt like you had to deal with that most people didn't have to deal with?
Well, if anything, it was always in it. Well, not always. Like, I mean, with the dance scene, it's never been really a struggle. It's been nothing but love. It's been an advantage, if anything. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm saying. I just happen to move how black people move. It's not like I'm the most tremendous dancer. It's just I literally grew up step by step doing everything the same already. So it's just natural to be like that. There was never a rock and roll phase. There was never none of this. Like I can't relate to country because it's depressing. Like I literally like every other kind of music but that. So it's just like natural for me, It was nothing but love. You feel me? Of course, there's some people that probably don't have the same drive or haven't done the same amount of things or traveled to places. But I mean, I'm humble every time. Like I came back and battled Lil Black Son in a practice for Baltimore versus Jersey. Like I will battle somebody kid. I don't care really. I'm just a normal person that happened to be blessed with an opportunity for a long time. You feel me? From dancing.
Okay, and this next question, because I'm gonna ask all of y'all a question. This next question is for the two artists on here. Young Goat Bo, I don't know if you know, but I Am Amore is an artist. So this question goes out to both of y'all. How do y'all feel about being artists in Baltimore City? What is the advantages? What is the disadvantages? What do you like? What do you don't like? Like, enlighten us.
What I like is that I like the fact that everybody else sounds the same. I know that's the selfish shit we was talking about. I said everybody got their own little thing. Everybody else sounds the same, so therefore I stands out a little bit because I don't sound like the other rappers. That's it. Me personally, I might sound the same. My cadence, the way I talk, the way I might say certain words might sound the same, but my delivery is not the same to everybody else. Also, by me also doing party promoting, me doing music, I get advantages for shows and shit like that. How people don't get. I get paid for doing some shows, things like that, for real. So it's like I like that. What I don't like is that by me doing that, a lot of people know me or know where I be at or come to me and think that they know me or just expect that I'm supposed to have this certain demeanor that I don't, that they're looking for because of my music. Like that's just my music. That's not me as a person. You feel me? Like it is all relatable. It all is me, but that's not how I sit there, how I carry myself. Like if you listen to my music, I don't make one type of music. You feel me? So it's like you hear this song that's rocking because everybody else listening to it. You expect me to be going around trying to sell drugs to everybody and shit. No, that's not what I'm ready to do to you. I'm ready here. I'm ready to have a good time. I don't want no problem. And I don't like the fact that, like I said, nobody wants to share anything. A lot of people know like different studio or record label emails and things like that, and DJs and that emails like that. And I ask for it, nobody wants to say. Or if I talk to a DJ, hey, it costs this amount of money to send this to me, bro. I just want you to listen to my. I ask you to spend my shit. You charge me just to listen to it. Like, come on, bro. Like that's like, come on now. You got free time. You need to up your arsenal anyway, for real. Like, come on, bro. Just add something. Genie, I ain't tell you spend it, but just listen to me. Give me an ear. You might play it. Somebody, you might like my song for real. Might put it on that playlist. So it's just like I don't like the fact that everybody is for their self and don't look out for the next person with the artistry shit because there's so much talent here. Like everybody don't sound the same, but like I said, majority of the rappers are all on the same wave, and they need to just if they up their vocabulary, the music probably be better. But I don't know. I don't know.
It's true.
That's what I like, don't like, and that's what I do like. So
It's only two kind of artists out here. It's like the people that all want to be the next little Scooter, next up. You feel me? Or it's somebody that go with the trend. They jump on the club now, even though we've been here, been on club music, could have been a club artist. Now you want to be a Jersey club artist from Baltimore. I mean, it's
hey, I just did one of them songs, so I can't even say nothing.
But if you already different, then you can jump on something like that.
All right, let's hear from Amor.
So I mean, being an artist here in Baltimore, it definitely has its ups and downs for real. And Bo, if you need some information in regards to DJs, I'm always willing to give people information because again, it's free. Somebody gave it to me, and you know that's how I carry it. But a lot of times I feel like because my music, like I went to an event. Big shout out to Bip who had an event for mental awareness. I went to that event and I was like, dang, like I don't sound like these people, you know what I mean? And no disrespect, because they were all great, you feel me? But I'm just like that. So, and in a sense, it kind of makes you question, like, damn, should I just go in that lane and do what they doing? But it's like, yo, stupid. No, don't do that, because you gotta really hone into your artistry, you feel me, and be confident as to who you are and what you're doing. No, everybody's not gonna rock with you, and that's fine. You have to come to that place of acceptance for that. But eventually, you know what I mean, if you continue to be consistent and just put in the work, not just just share my stuff. Nah, bro, you got to go outside, bro. You really have to go outside. And if you're not able to go outside, because I was just down for a whole month, I didn't have a voice, I couldn't talk, none of that. But I'm trying to network with people through the computers, trying to get other people to be my voice. Like, yo, look, I got this documentary here. I got the visual for this. I got this music here. I got the visual for that. You know, be prepared. Be prepared, because sometimes as artists, all we have to do is be in the room. You never know who you're going to meet. You never know who's there, because people that are A&Rs and stuff, I come to realize they don't be wearing all that extra stuff that people be trying, the glitz and glamour. They looking regular as I don't know what, wearing some sweatpants with holes. They don't care, because they are. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and like I know White Boy mentioned earlier, like the crabs in a barrel. So Baltimore is known for that, right? But I try to look at it from an optimistic stage, because I have my people, family, friends, you know, who want to see me win, right? And that's supposed they pulling me up so we can get up out this barrel. You feel me? I'm not looking at it like they pulling me down, but we pulling each other up, because it definitely takes a village. No matter if you're raising children, if you're raising your career, it takes a village. And I think that there are a handful of people, I'm not going to say it's not people here, that are a village and do want you to win, but there's nobody in this world that should want you to win more than you, period. Like, of course people will see your potential, but when are you going to see your potential? I had to ask myself that, you know what I mean? Because being in a house for a whole month, you can't do nothing but look at four walls. You begin to talk to yourself, start thinking about some things, and really digesting it for what it is. So as an artist, I think we have to hone in, not just to the artistry, but us as a person, understanding who we are, because eventually we got to tell people, like, you know, when they ask you, like, well, who are you? What is your artistry about? Because for a long time, I didn't know who the hell I was and what my artistry was about. But now I could tell you, like, look, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. You feel me? But I'm going to make sure that I do what I have to do to make sure that people are aware of who Amor is, what I'm about. And we're going to keep rocking and rolling. Like I tell people all the time, I'm not everybody's tea, but some people like coffee sometimes too. And we're going to keep pushing.
All right, and we at the end of our episode, so I'm gonna ask Spicy a question, and then we're gonna end it with my question for Miss Lovebug. So the question I got for you, Spicy, is I would like to know the ups and downs of being a tattoo artist, a female tattoo artist in the industry where it's kind of dominated by male tattoo artists. Like, give us some insights on how, like, the benefits of it, like, and like how hard it is as far as being in that field as a woman.
So naturally, I'm a visual artist. I went to this, to a school for arts. That was my major since high school. So I'm naturally a natural born artist. visual artist. So when I first started learning to do tattoos, it was not really hard. It was just more so learning how deep to go into the skin, stuff like that, the aftercare, the management of the tattoos. So, when I first started, I was doing pretty good, but then it got to the point where I started having children, and I needed more of a residual income. So it kind of set me back. I needed a steady income. I needed to be able to make sure that my kids was taken care of 24/7, which set me back. You know what I'm saying? So it made it harder. Again, like I said, I was always good with art. It made my skill set with tattoos a little harder. So like, the more I learned, the more I got better. But then it got like to a point to where people would literally say they come to get a tattoo and they be saying it for the whole week. And then when the week comes for them to get a tattoo, they don't show up. That kills me. It kills me so bad. And it's so disappointing to where, what I'm saying? It's discouraging a lot. It's very discouraging. And then another thing will be where guys, oh my gosh, guys are not everybody, but a lot of guys are assholes and they're pervs. They think they're just about to get a free tattoo because I'm a pretty female with a pretty face or whatever, or whatever, or just family and friends. Oh, are you about to give me that friend discount? You about to give me that family discount? You about to get paid? You about to pay the same price everybody else paying? And it's crazy because if you wanted them Off-Whites or them Balenciagas, you're gonna pay top notch for them, right? So why can't you support me? And your niece or your nephew, your cousin, why you can't support my business and me trying to come up out of it and work for myself type situation. You know what I'm saying? So it is a lot harder. And in my opinion, my baby father, like I said, he's a tattoo artist himself. The way I be seeing him do stuff, the way females be throwing themselves at him for free tattoos, or they want to come to him because he's a good, because I ain't gonna lie, he call himself a gallus. He ain't a bad looking dude, but he got feet, you know what I'm saying? He got people who really be throwing themselves at him for tattoos, or they want to go to him or whatever. And it's crazy because I taught him a lot of stuff that he know, but he's better than me. And I ain't hating because at the end of the day, like I said, get your money and grind how you gonna grind. Because at the end of the day, you're the reason you are where you are. Even if you had to learn from somebody, you had the accountability and the wits to learn and to get the information and knowledge from whoever you got it from. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not mad. Only thing I'm asking is that we piggyback off of each other. So now that you're better than me, sit down with me and give me the time to learn from you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it is way harder. If I was able to cut out the people bluffing, the pervs, and if I was able to have a residual income, if I was on a level to where I could make a residual income, if I could be like, all right, 2 tattoos, that's $2,000 for the day. I ain't working for nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's enough money for me to be all right, cool. But I have to get to that level set, that skill set first. You know what I'm saying? And that takes time, but it also takes, like she said, it takes a village. I need a support system strong enough for me to be able to do that. And that's just that's the struggles and the taxes when it comes to being a tattoo artist. Like you said, like I was telling you right now, I'm in Annapolis right now, busting my ass to make sure that my bills and my lights and my kids are straight, which takes less time of me doing tattoos, which takes less time for me getting a better skill set. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna get mine. I ain't working in this, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to be staying here at this spot I'm at forever. I'm not. I'm gonna get mine, and I'm gonna get where I need to be at. It may be taking me a little bit more time than I need to, but I'm gonna get there regardless.
Got you. And we're gonna end it with you, Ms. Lovebug. I wanted to ask you a question about what are some of the challenges that you had being in an interracial relationship? Like, what are some of the perks? What are some of the challenges, that you have come across throughout your relationship, dealing with, a Black male?
Okay, so a lot of my older family and relatives were brought up in a world where Blacks and whites were not supposed to be together. So my grandmother back was very hard to get over. I would get criticized. I would get, called, a blank lover, because I'm not going to say it because it's just wrong. But in my day, I grew up believing that everybody was the same, regardless of the skin tone, regardless of, what color you are. We were still the same people. We all bleed red at the end of the day. So growing up, it didn't matter if you were Black, white, red, orange, green. I had no preference. But as I grew up and started to like the African-American male more because they attracted me because of their personalities, because I'm telling you, some of these white dudes that I messed with were nothing, and they treated me way worse than what he has. But it's hard being in public with a black male and being a white woman, because you get looked down on, you get looked at like, ew, like that's disgusting. No, it is not disgusting. It's called people being people. It doesn't matter what color skin you have. You are still a human being. You are still allowed to make your own choices. You are still allowed to fall. You can't help who you fall in love with. You fall in love with somebody and you're truly in love with that person, nothing else matters. You click with them, nothing else matters. I don't care if you fat, thin, skinny, tall. I don't care. Black, white, purple, green. If we connect, that's all that matters. But it has been hard, and it's going to be even harder having biracial children, especially growing up with the police brutality against the black male, against, and my kids are going to have to be susceptible to that, because they don't believe that a black man can be successful. They don't believe that a black man can do out there and do more than a white person. And that is the honest God truth, that it doesn't matter where you come from. If you go back to generation to generation to generation, every person stemmed from an African American. So at the end of the day, it's not us white people who ruled it. It was the black man. The black man was here first. So I don't understand why there's so much controversy over blacks and whites getting together, or, what's the difference? We're all people. If we connect, it's none of your business what the hell we do inside our own home or what we do when we're out there. Because you know what? Y'all can take your butts on the other side and leave me alone, because I know darn well that I'm in love and that I have something that I know who's going to be my best friend, my companion for life. And whatever anybody else said doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, it's me and him against the world, not the world against, it's me and him against the world.
Definitely. And we're gonna end our episode right here. I really appreciate everybody getting on. If there's anything that anybody want to say before they get off, whether it's just shouting out your brand or whatever, if my co-host got anything they want to say, this is us ending the episode, and I would like everybody to say their last little bits of piece or whatever they want to say.
Any comments?
IGs.
Any comments, Boop?
I got too many brands.
Oh yeah,
Well, drop that IG, white boy.
Let me read out comments.
White boy X, the same way it is on here.
My name on there is Big Ski 257. It just got erased, so please go follow me. I got like 100 followers now, and it's hurting my heart so bad. That's BIGSKEE 257.
And if anybody needs to hook up on the wax and the warmers and the Scentsy buddies and stuff, Mama Bear Sense.Scentsy.us is my website page. You can go check out all the things. We got clearance, we got Disney, Marvel, all kinds of stuff. So go check it out if you get a chance. And I appreciate you all. And it was fun being on here tonight. I enjoyed it.
And we enjoyed you.
Thank you so much.
And right now I'm going to read some of the comments. We ain't have too many people on the live stream today. That could be because of the technical difficulty earlier, but sometimes it's a lot of people on here, sometimes it's not. You know how it is when you still building and all that. But some of the comments, don't be silly, wrap your willy to avoid all that. And of course that was about, what we was talking about earlier with somebody choosing to keep the baby and all that. They also said that scenario is 70% of child support cases, which, and I believe what she was talking about is when people get pregnant and the guy say he don't want it, but the girl keep it. She was saying 70% of those situations is why people be on child support. Condoms are cheaper than diapers. Amor, that's one of her comments that she put on there. Shout out to the New Era podcast. Baltimore got this crab in the barrel mentality. Too much gatekeeping. Put your people on. Is that simple? And last but not least, confidence sells. So that's all our comments for today. Once again, I appreciate everybody coming on here. Every Sunday we do this episode, and the episode is called Therapy, because as you can see, everybody had a chance to express their feelings, and it wasn't just about one person on here. And like as you can see with White Boy, most of the time he sat back and he just listened. He only chimed in when he felt like it was
I was
necessary.
just about to say that. I would like to hear a little bit more from White Boy. Just a little.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
sometimes you only can relate to what
I'm about to say
you
you're listening is that you're listening to, so it's that just lets me know that you're a great listener. Period. That's what it seems like. You're a great listener.
Yep.
Definitely.
And what we usually do, everybody that's in an episode, we wind up putting them in our group chat so that way everybody can network with each other. We got from the people from our last episode, we got a dentist in there. We got a person that's in Baltimore that hosts events. Shout out to Bip. She's in there. She was supposed to be on this episode, but she couldn't make it. We got cosmetologist, artists. We had Dominique on here. You know, she do hair. So we're gonna add y'all into the group chat so that way y'all can be able to network, come to each other events, support each other, different.
And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about New Era 410 podcast. All right, because the word of mouth is the best advertisement. All
I
right.
definitely got a friend who's deep-minded. Well, Boop, very deep-minded person, and I definitely would love for her to come on next week's episode because I feel like a lot of people. The girl who commented today on Facebook and was trying to ask about where she could listen from, Aubrey, deep-minded person, very, very, very smart, spiritualized individual. I feel like she definitely benefit the episode for next week.
Okay. Well, and this is a family-oriented podcast. So on holidays, we don't do episodes. So next week on Sunday, it'll be Father's Day. So we won't be shooting.
Okay, gotcha.
Happy Father's Day, Boop, in advance.
Father's Day,
Thank
Boop.
you. Appreciate it. We would never, any holiday, you feel me? I want everybody to spend time with their family. You get what I'm saying? So Father's Day, Mother's Day, Kwanzaa, Christmas, whatever, we're going to take that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going to take that time to, you know, be family people and spending time with our family. So just always know that. And I got a surprise for y'all. We're going to have a billboard in Baltimore soon. So just be on the lookout for that.
Yay! Now you need to come back and visit,
Correct.
Boop. That's all. That's all we need now is you to come back and visit.
You gotta make a TikTok too, for real, Boop.
We already got TikTok. We got every
TikTok.
platform.
About to say it's
everything.
I don't know if y'all know another podcast group that's kind of like this one going on too. That also talks about a lot of I forgot what they called, but I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about. And they podcast kind of blew up just starting like how Boop started. The same thing, them inviting people on, and they blew up like real crazy. And I definitely see that in the future for Boop. So I definitely think you should keep it. I'm gonna send it to you so you can see what I'm talking about. But I see that in the future for real. You making big moves. I feel you. I see you.
I appreciate it, and I can't do this without y'all, and I definitely can't do this without my co-host. She put in a lot of work. Last week, she was in Philly at a concert with celebrities, bro, and she still was on here with us. Like, that's dedication.
So we
You
got
get
to
what I'm saying? So
Queen Rockstar.
I appreciate everybody on here, and if
We appreciate
nobody else ain't got anything they want to say, you feel me? And my young goat boys,
I definitely want to be on more of these. These are awesome.
always welcome. And if y'all got anybody that want to join too, we do our episodes on Fridays and Sundays at 6:30 p.m. So just because we're not doing it on next Sunday don't mean that we're not gonna have a episode on Friday
night special.
But our Friday episodes is not therapy. They literally, you feel me, we have a special guest on, and it's just that one special guest. But we would love for everybody to tune in every time because it's only going to get better. There's no way that it's just going to be stagnant and not get better. So, like I said,
Definitely got to tune in because the basketball game is tomorrow, and we need to talk about it.
I can't wait till football
Y'all think
starts.
it's gonna be a gentleman's sweep?
Yeah, for sure. It's over. It's over. It's over.
They might win the next one for a couple more hours, but that's over.
Let me tell you, almost doesn't count. Bro. Randy said it.
All right, man. Peace and love to everybody. Once again, I appreciate y'all being on here. Spike, make sure you hit me in the inbox so you can talk to me about the resources and everything. I'm gonna add everybody to the group chat.
There you go.
You still ain't subscribed? to New Era 410 podcast on YouTube. It's crazy about you.
And shout out to
Yeah.
Juice, man. Make sure y'all, if y'all ain't subscribed to the page, please subscribe. Please share. You feel me? We on TikTok, New Era 410 podcast. Everything is New Era 410 podcast. TikTok, Instagram. We even got a Facebook page now. So you can just get somebody to just watch the video one time. Me personally, I'm one of them type of people. I'm going to promote something with my face on it. So that's just me. So, like I said, appreciate y'all having all the time in the world. You feel me, to give y'all opinion, because y'all didn't have to take this time out to do it. So thank y'all again, man. And
Thank you,
anytime
bro.
y'all want to,
I only take time with people I believe in. Keep doing your thing.
Exactly.
I respect that, man.
Exactly.
I appreciate
Respect.
it.
I be on the move, you know.
All
All
right,
right,
folks.
man. Everybody have a great day.
Have a great
You
week.
too.